Right, Capricorns, this is for wherever's in your chart. It should take you up to the 29th, possibly beyond. Wild card. What do you need to know, Capricorns? I am trying to get into the Christmas spirit. The tree is out of the bag. It is not yet up or dressed. We shall see whether it gets any further. Capricorns, you're coming into your own now. So your energy is swinging about. Let's see if you're thriving on it. Your card is the one, remember, that we always get for toxic energy. It's also, as long as the cards around it are favourable, sex, passion. So it's not all bad, it just depends on the cards around it. So, let's see what we've got in store for you, shall we? So wherever Capricorn is in your chart, this is what it's about. You may have it in more than one place. Capricorn rules the knees and bones and the external public life. So, how you appear to others and how others influence you. Sometimes negatively, sometimes positively. I don't know many Capricorns that are good people. When they get to a certain age, I think they get disillusioned with people, other people, because they don't think like they do. So, what do we have? Oh, how did I know it was going to be in there? Capricorn, what is it with you really? And this number 16. And the Leos. Because you are getting the Leos as well. Let's see. I don't know if Ben's still watching. So, for you, really, it's, I suppose, a positive way to be, right way up. But it's talking about being manipulated. Someone might be trying to manipulate you. I'm hoping you can see those cards. And heartache, sorrow, loss and separation, which is not what we want to see as the first card. 3 weeks is mentioned. There may be minor surgery, but it's being pig in the middle as usual. Work could be getting in the way of things, or parents or children, partners, just feeling torn, and it's causing you heartache. But there is balance in your life. You've overcome addictions, possibly a Sagittarius energy. You have been tested, your faith has been tested, but you've learned a lot. And one of those things you've learned is patience. So those born on the 14th, living or past, date for your diary and address, massively important in a positive way. Not that I think you'll see them, but it depends where you are in the world. The rainbow and the purple iris are a sign from spirit. So, Sagittarius is a positive energy. It also rules the hips and thighs. But then we have, again, the Leo energy, the illness, bad temper, impatience, karmic situations, controlling the demons within and without. But mainly having to control a Leo is what I get when I get this card. You're able to open them up or shut them up, usually, but in this case you're not. Those born on the 8th or the 26th, living or past, date for your diary and address, massively important in a negative way. And it always brings to mind the story of the guy who was the gladiator. I'm not too up on my Bible and all that, but he saved a lion cub, took a thorn out of his paw, and then when he was taken to the arena to fight the lions, he refused to eat him because it was the same lion that he took the thorn from the paw. So there is some deed from the past that you have to pay a karmic debt for. Any prosperity you receive may be from others, but it's about time, because this is equal reciprocity. Someone is giving you now as much as you give them. There could be a Taurus involved, but not necessarily. 6 years is mentioned. It's an improvement in finances. Then we have the Neptune energy of being in denial, brushing things under the carpet, trying to keep the peace. Possibly in the home life, so parental home or your own home, but trying to keep the peace. That won't last forever, but you can try it. Those born on the 16th, living or past, date for your diary and address, massively important in a negative way. And then we have the manifester. Medical matters, healing, those that work with discs, blades, cups, wood and fire. But it is like a patron saint of the medical field. So the magician is about staying positive, not going into that downward spiral of depression. So you're manifesting your own reality now. You have to keep your thoughts and words positive. And someone new may be entering your life, or something new to do with the cups, blades, wood, discs. And it can be anything from a hairdresser to a surgeon, a barista to a potter, a cashier to somebody that uses a circular saw, a joiner to a wood carver. They're all at the top of the field, whoever these people are. In the old days, I used to say this person wore a hat, but in this one he hasn't got one, so it may be irrelevant. And possibly a logo on his clothes. But there is an end to a mental prison of your own making. You've been overthinking things, and now you're going to let go of that. You're not going to do that anymore. Not giving too much thought anymore to situations. You're just going to let it go, I think, for over Christmas. Yeah, living in a dream world, if you think it's going to go that simple, I think. Or still believing in your dreams, because the Fool is looking towards the dreams, and that's what the Fool's about, going towards your dreams. It may be someone of no fixed abode. It's probably a bolt from the blue, something to astonish you. But it does suggest someone's walking away to a new life. It's the Dick Whittington card. So it's somebody preparing. You are resting up and waiting to take action. Spirit is saying there is a gift of a new beginning. But you have to feel the fear and do it. Nobody's going to do it for you. Those born on the 22nd living or past, date for your diary and address, massively important in a positive way. Gift, communication, new home, new career, new business, but you need to rest. Call a truce and walk away. Then prepare to start your engines. Fast communication coming your way of a passionate nature. There is also possibly the need to seek professional advice from a doctor, priest or lawyer, female, or a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius female. This is someone who seems harsh on the outside, but really she's a bit soft and gooey, as Rambling Mike would say. But she isn't frightened to cut people out of her life. So no action taken right now, but I think that's just because you're resting up over Christmas. But you are, it reiterates, letting yourself out of that mental prison, because something is over. Something's gone. And maybe somebody stabbed you in the back, but you, at least you know now. And you can move forward positively, we don't want any negative thoughts, into your new future. So there's a massive new beginning coming. Yeah, there is definitely an ending, but you're getting over it. You not putting any more effort into this, you know it's over. It has probably made somebody very emotional and depressed. Could be you, could be a water sign older male, sometimes a father figure, but it's somebody's upset. A lot of emotions swinging about. That they can't move forwards. But that was because you were locked in this mental prison, so you have to start thinking positively and come out of that mental prison. We again have the female, so it's doubled up. We've got the 8 3 times. So I know it's a mental prison, about some harsh words possibly spoken by the Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, doctor, priest or lawyer, energy of a female, or someone who's very cutting with the words. Can be a lonely, divorced or widowed lady. You're no longer torn between two things though. You're still a bit confused, but we have the sun and the moon and possibly a water sign child involved. So immature love offers that are confusing you and blocking your movement forwards. You're torn between what you should do and what you want to do. And until you get out of this mental prison, you can't move forward. So the 18th and the 19th, too close together to not suggest that it's the 18th and 19th of a month. So possibly this read will stretch further than usual. Sometimes it's ping-ponging between two properties, as in when people look after elderly parents or grandchildren, etc. Or just that you have to choose between two separate places for Christmas, maybe, where you want to be and where you should be. But the 19 and the 18 are both negative, I'm afraid, bringing confusion and obstacles in your path. Oh, and there it is. Libra energy, number 38, which adds up to 11. It's the keeper of the scales. Fairness, justice. You're trying to be fair, which is what you do. But is everybody being fair to you? I don't think so. So you have to start thinking about yourself a bit more. Events are bringing harmony. So there's your truce and your harmony. That's what you're trying to do. Align with her as the law states, making conscious choices to create balance in your life. When you do, you also magically align with the abundance of the universe and a powerful force of synchronicity, which is spirit's coincidences. There's no such thing as a coincidence as far as spirit's concerned. So if something happens randomly, you will know it's a message from them. It creates conditions and possibilities that will lead to your highest desires. Harmony begins with the self, so you've got to stop conflicting yourself and overthinking things. When you're in harmony with yourself and you nurture yourself with love, respect and acceptance, always fully taking responsibility for your actions, whether other people like them or not, only then can you be in harmony with others. Because otherwise you're carrying that negative energy around with you. This is because love is a central force that connects all of life and aligns you with like-minded others. Another message is restoration and the positive, fair resolution of any disputes, including those involving legal system or other important exchanges. The keeper of the scales is just and kind and will always make sure that balance is activated on your path. So something is ending and you need to walk away for your own sanity. But I'm afraid what's stopping you is you worrying about other people, and that's something, I know it's hard, but you got to put yourself first sometimes. So we have the 4th house of roots, and that's the trouble. These roots are deep. I think it's family issues that are binding you to people and places. The number 28 is massively important because we've got it twice. So you have to manifest your own reality. Keep your thoughts, words and actions positive. Even if what you're saying is not wanted to be heard by others. It's accepting or refusing to accept that you are just as important as anyone else. So the quote is, I love you as a certain dark thing is to be loved in secret between the shadows and the soul. So you may have a secret love, simple as that, but it may also be that especially if it's family members, you do love them, but you don't like them very much. So your question may somehow be rooted in the past. The fourth house is ruled by the moon. There we are, negative energy. And governs the feelings. All the ways that we are touched and emotional. Dreams and our soul. Yearning. Dreams. It signifies the home, the family, what did I say? And the earliest phase of your childhood where you may have been emotionally harmed in some way. Because we have the, where is it, the Page of Cups. Oh no, that was at the bottom of the deck, sorry. So, even to the time shortly before birth when we were still in the womb. So, it is the babe within the womb. It is cover that protects us from the world. This house represents nurturing, giving nourishment and safety. It symbolises motherhood, and also the father. And there's the father, over emotional. Who is able to mother and nurture his offspring. Well, this one seems to be a bit too emotional to do a really good job. Maybe even missing. The fourth house shows the beginnings of the family and holds the memory of our ancestors. It represents the putting down of roots and foundations to everything in our lives, our heritage and tribal affiliations. So you may be wanting to part ways with the family and put down your own roots elsewhere. It's also the house of self that's centered and grounded, but also likes to hide away. As well as caretaking, it also represents hidden treasures and places to retreat. So you do have somewhere that you want to retreat to. There is both gentleness and emotional rawness in the fourth house, and with that I do agree, there is some emotional rawness here. When this card shows up in a reading, home and family issues may have something to do with your query, and it represents your current environment, family members, where you live, real estate, land might also figure in as putting down roots and buying and selling a home. This card can be the predictor of a birth or a new member of the family. A pregnancy can sometimes mean care for the elderly. I said that as well, didn't I? And including nursing homes and hospitals. So the thing is, when are you going to have a life? Are you going to stay looking after the parents forever? Or are you going to make yourself a life and look after them as you would as a dutiful and respectful child, but not giving up your life for theirs? This card can also indicate the presence of angels and of being directed by heaven's means. Events or appearances of persons from faraway childhood may suddenly be relevant again. You may reconnect with someone and pick up again just where you started. Even if it's been years since you've seen your friend, memories of past lives may surface, transforming areas of your present life. So depending on the rest of the cards, the results may be uplifting and perfect or shattering to the core. I think a bit of both in this one. There will be a lot of shattering of old shackles. These memories will change you and the way you view your life, because you've been manipulated for quite some time, I believe, by yourself maybe even, into staying stuck. Look for reunions and reconnections with persons from your past, such as grammar school days, or even relatives you don't know very well or didn't even know you had, or long forgotten ones. You may dig up some fascinating news about your family or ancestry. Inheritances could figure in. Yes, they could, because that's the 4, wherever he's gone. Four of Swords, inheritances. I've lost him. Never mind. We know he's there. Where you receive something that's been passed down to you. However, the home is the primary meaning behind this card. So buying and selling a house, adding on to a house, selling real estate, managing properties, as well as creating secure home base, all relate to your questions. As the fourth house is also the house of dreams, which we go back to the Seven of Cups, your dreams. Imagining and relying upon magic could feature in, definitely. After all, the fourth house is lorded over by Lady Moon, mistress of magic and the unseen world. It is now time to use your imagination and make things happen. What you think now is what will be. As long as you don't worry or fixate, which is what they've been trying to warn you against all the way through. Your magical intentions will grow organically like a silvery plant under the sacred moon. And finally, whatever is being asked about may occur around the full moon, which is the 30th of this month. So, home, domestic issues, the mother, the father, ancestry, the tribe, old age, and the end of a matter, which is the most important thing. You're bringing something to a conclusion. Thanks for listening.